Hello and welcome to one of Mr. Crow's programming lessons, Chapter 2, Extra Practice. We're going to do some awesome problems that are custom from me, and then one problem that is from the book. And these are a lot of fun, very helpful, good for a good summary of Chapter 2 if you already feel like you kind of have a general idea of Chapter 2 problems. This will get you really honed in. So I hope you're excited. So I've created Chapter 2 Extra Practice, and the first class we're going to create, so if you right-click Create a Class, is going to be called AboutUser. Get a main method in there, make sure that's checked off, and then we have AboutUser, public class AboutUser. So what we're going to do here is we are going to import a scanner, as you should have done during Chapter 2, but java.util.scanner. This allows us to have a scanner in our class and allows for us to put some user input. Okay, so we're going to call a scanner input equals new scanner .in semicolon, then I forgot to put system.in, excuse me, and that will make it so that it'll ask the scanner to read the system's input that we are going to give it. And so we need to prompt the user first with what we're going to do. So if you want to try to do this before me, what we're going to try to do is we're going to ask the user, what is your favorite video game? Okay, so you need to know what data type we're going to need from the user and how to access that data type, and then we're going to ask what is your best grade percentage in one of your classes besides 100%. So that will hopefully force the user to use a decimal, and we will ask the user to plug in a decimal there. And then how many siblings do you have? And you will need to know the data type and how to access that data type. So the first question is, what is your favorite video game? Okay, what is your favorite video game? Okay, so we're going to need to create that would be a string, because that is a word, a string of characters, and we want to call this string video game equals input, so we're accessing the input dot next, and it even pops up for us a string, it just is next. Okay, that will not allow you to access anything that's specific to a string. Okay, so we test, run, what is my favorite video game? Warcraft 3, well, let's do it, 3 Frozen Throne. Now, there's an issue here, because we won't know if it's stored. So before we might need to rerun it. Print line video game. So this is how we're going to need to test it. Okay, so if I pushed enter, it wouldn't tell me anything. So Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. So the problem here is that it only prints Warcraft. The reason is that we have spaces in between. It cannot read it. It reads the next string of characters. When there's a space, it does not read that. So let's don't use spaces. Okay, so you need to prompt the user correctly. Don't use spaces. Okay, so Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. Nice. All right, so we have our string printing out here. System.out. Well, actually, we're gonna erase video game. Now that we know that it works, that it stores the video game correctly, we're gonna continue going forward by prompting the user to ask, what is your best grade percentage? Use a decimal value. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to know that we need to use a decimal. A decimal variable would be a double. Double grade equals input dot next double. There we go. And then we're going to system.out.print grade to test it. Okay. And let's run it. Favorite video game, Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. What is your best grade percentage? Of course, I'm a stellar student. So I have a 99.9% and it prints it, so we're good. Okay, so let's do print line actually here. And then let's do our last one. How many siblings do you have? Now you don't need to be specific that you need to use an int because you can't have half a sibling. I don't think. I guess you could have a half brother, half sister, but I wouldn't think people would use decimals. Number of siblings, camel case there, equals input dot next int. Okay, and I'm going to trust that that works. So we are going to system.out.print line and make something fun. And go ahead and, if you want to make your own questions on here, go ahead and make your own questions. But try to have do something fun at the end. It's always good to say my, and use all three of these, please. Number of siblings. When we're adding a variable or adding a text, you need to add plus to it. So when we're changing between this and this, you need to put a plus always before, and if we're going back to text after. My blank siblings hate that I have a plus grade plus in math class, and I am the only one that gets to play, end quote, plus video game plus, so haha, tough luck for them. Ooh. Don't you love just telling your siblings who's boss? All right, let's try it. What's my favorite video game? Whoops. What's my favorite video game? Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. What is my best grade? 99.9. How many siblings do I have? I have 13 siblings. My 13 siblings hate that I have a 99.9 in math class, and I'm the only one that gets to play Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. So, tough luck for them. Okay, so now that you guys have done that, I hope you had fun with it. I challenge you to create your own MadLib. Create your own MadLib. If you don't know what a MadLib is, look it up. They are awesome. Okay? And go ahead and create your own MadLib. Try having, let's say, 10 different questions, and make it funny. Don't make it inappropriate. Make it nice enough that principal can come in and look at it and do it. But go ahead and have fun. Challenge your neighbor to it. I would like you to interact, collaborate with a neighbor. If you are at home, bring in a sibling. Make fun of them. Bring in a parent or someone else, a friend maybe. And maybe don't make fun of your parents. But just have fun with it. And that's your challenge for creating the About the User. Okay, so let's create a second class here. Okay, Chapter 2 Extra Practice. Make sure it's the right one. Okay, and let's do a what month. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. Okay, what month? Same thing, we're going to use a scanner, so we're going to import java.util.scanner so that we are able to access our scanner, and then scanner input equals new scanner. And guys, eventually you're going to memorize this. I still forget it. I forgot it on the last problem. Yeah, it's just going to happen. Programming, you're never going to create your own brand new code. It's already been created. I hate to say it. But we need to prompt the user, and if you guys want to do this on your own, try it on your own before you watch me. What we're going to do is we're going to ask the user what month they were born in, by what numbered month you were born in, and make sure that they use a number. And then we are going to actually look into some if statements, sneak peek of Chapter 3, and have a if-else statement and try to figure out what month the user was born in. So, what month were you born in? And hopefully they will figure out that use a number from 1 to 12. Okay? Alright, now we're going to create our if statement. So, well, hold on. Whoa. We need to actually create the user input. So, what will that be? That will be an integer int month equals input dot next int. Hopefully you guys are getting the hang of that, because I'm forgetting it. I'm losing my mind over here. If, now, this is how you start an if statement. If, and then you're going to have a condition. Put your condition right here, and this is going to cause an error. And then you're going to have open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Make sure your main method's closed off right here with a closed curly bracket. Open up here. Close your whole class off right here. So then you have the correct number of curly brackets. Usually Eclipse does a good job of helping you out with that. Just make sure that you have it right. This is your command. Okay? Alright. That's the basics of if statements. Hopefully you can just follow along, and we're going to have month, which we don't know yet. So we're saying if month is equal to 1, we are going to system.out.println January, because that would be 1. Okay, and then we're going to, outside of this if statement, we're going to have an else if month equals 2. Okay, the reason we do not do if 1 Well, you could do if 1, if 2, if 3, if 4 in this situation. But else if, say I wanted it, if I was doing a grade and if it was greater than 50%, it's an F. Well, if it's a 90%, then you're in trouble. Okay? Or if it's less than 100, it's an A. Well, if you have 50%, you're in trouble. So sometimes you need to do else ifs. Okay? So this is our if month 1, but this is just a simple choice. Okay? System.out.println line February. Don't make fun of me if I misspell one of the months. Actually, you probably should. I'm an adult. I should be able to do that. Okay, what is Mr. Crow doing here? Okay, well, I'm going to not type out that whole thing every single time, so I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Control V, enter. Control V, enter. Control V, enter. Control V. 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I'll show you what we're going to do with that one. 10, 11, and 12. And we'll get back to that one in a second. Okay, February. Let's hope I can get this. March. April. May. June. July. August. October. Oh, September. October. September. Forgot a month. October. November. Maybe I should have abbreviated. December. All right. Now, let's, and then 0. Okay. 0. It can be invalid. Could be not a month, dummy. Okay, that might be me. All right, what month were you born in? Well, I was January 24th. January. All right, let's try it again. What month was I born in? Well, let's just make up a month. June. Excellent, so it's working. Now, let's do something crazy. Test our code. Well, 18. Nothing happens. Well, it'd be nice if we had like invalid, not a month dummy for everything, just all encompassing. So else, now this if could only be connected to this else, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe not. 18. Not a month, dummy. Oh, that's all you need. Excellent. So 99. Not a month, dummy. 0. Not a month, dummy. Okay, that is hurting my feelings. Okay. We'll just switch it to not a month. Okay, so now you've created a program that it will tell you what month you were born in if you don't already know it. Okay, but you guys can see, I want you to see the opportunity that you have in what you're able to do with just user input. This is a great skill, and if statements. This is very basic. Hopefully you were able to follow along. The next problem we were going to do is actually in the book. So if you have your book, go ahead and open it up to, let's see, we're going to open the book up to page 74, the end of chapter 2. I'm going to, do I have the PDF up available? Let's see. Okay, sorry for the delay. So, here we have the cost of driving. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the distance to drive, the fuel efficiency of the car in miles per gallon and price per gallon, and displays the cost of the trip. Here is a sample run. Okay, so now you're able to calculate. Next time you go on a trip, you tell your parents you can calculate the cost of the entire trip. So, if they will let me get back to my Eclipse workspace, thank you guys, we're going to go ahead and create a new class, exercise 02 26. I like to do it like that. That's fine. You don't have to. Import java.util.scanner. Scanner input equals new scanner system.in. Then we're gonna prompt user to do what? Enter the number of miles of your trip. Okay, and then int miles equals input dot next int system dot out dot print line. Then what are we gonna do? Enter miles per gallon. Okay, this will not be a int, it will be a double. Miles per gallon equals input dot next double. Wow, automatically gave it to me. Eclipse will do that for you. Print line. Enter price per gallon, double price per gallon equals input dot. Just push enter after input dot. It knows you had a double before. So the cost of driving system dot out dot print line. The cost of driving is plus, and we must have to do some sort of equation, miles times well, let's see, we have a number of miles, we multiply that by, you get 25 miles per gallon at a price of $3.55. So how many, what is the price for every mile? So you would have to do miles per gallon divided by price per gallon, I believe. So let's do that first. I don't necessarily know if you, yeah, you have to divide it first. Okay, and then what happens? So let's make it a simple one. So let's use all multiples of 10 to make it nice and simple. Number of miles for your trip, 100. Miles per gallon, very, very bad mileage, 10 miles per gallon. and the price per gallon is only $1. So the cost of driving is $1,000. So if you get 10 miles per gallon and you're going 100 miles, you should get, it should cost you, in 10 gallons, you should get there because you get 10 miles per gallon. So we have it mixed up. Okay, that's a way you test your code. You test your code in every type of program, every type of programming language. That is a skill. I know it doesn't seem like it might be one, but so I should have done the price per gallon, $1, divided by the miles per gallon, 10, to make 1/10, and then you multiply it by miles to get the total cost. Okay, so we'll try it again. 100, 10, 1. Should be $10. And then, or whatever your currency is. You need to do a plus. We're going to do dollars. Okay. Now we test one last time with the user, the input that they have given us. Whoa, 99.5. Throws a wrench in the plan. Got to change it to a double. Okay, I didn't realize that. Double. And next, double. There we go, quick fix. Let's do it. 900.5, 25.5, 3.55. Cost of driving is $125.36. Booyah! Okay, now that you have done those three, you have a great review for Chapter 2, and you are well on your way to be ready for Chapter 3. So I hope you went ahead and did your MadLib. I hope you can figure out a different way to do what month were you born. Maybe you can choose something else to do an if statement of some other number. You could calculate your GPA. You could ask someone what date and what month potentially, and see if you could figure out how to do zodiac signs. That seems like a tough one, maybe a more advanced option. But there's a ton of different things you can do. So I hope you take advantage of that. Do some stuff on your own. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you like the video. And more than anything, I hope you come back next time and keep focused, keep driving, keep learning how to program. So thanks for watching. Until next time.